Hello class, today I am going to start our chapter number 7 of civics, urban administration. Urban administration, a city is much bigger than a village and more spread out. A city has crowded markets, many buses and cars, water and electricity facilities, traffic control and hospitals. And have you ever wondered who is responsible for running all this? Do you know how decisions are made? How the planning is done? Who are the people who do all the work? So, first, when we read this chapter, we will find the answer of all the questions. So, the local bodies of urban government have municipal corporation in bigger cities, municipal committee, or you can say council municipality in smaller towns, and city council, that means Nagar Panchayat. Now here the municipal corporation, what is it? So it is a legal term for a local governing body including cities, town, etc. So next, the large populations like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai are called municipal corporations. Composition and tenure. So before this, we must just know about how many members are there in this municipal corporation. So the number of elected representatives lies in between 50 and 100. So they look the day-to-day work after by various committees. So next here, the composition and tenure. The head of municipal corporation is called a mayor. A deputy mayor works under the mayor. Mayor and deputy mayor are elected by the members of corporation. The members of municipal corporation are elected for every 5 years. So here are the functions of municipal corporation. So the functions, you can say the street lights and all the things, that garbage collection, water supply, keeping streets clean and market clean, ensuring diseases not to break out in the city, runs schools, hospital, dispensaries, makes and maintains gardens. So these all are the work of this municipal corporation to manage all the things. So the basic amenities like street light and garbage collection, as we know that on our street we all have seen the street lights are there, we all are getting the water supply, and we are just watching every day in the morning the municipal corporation workers are coming from there to collect our garbage. With the whatever the garbage we had collected at our home, we just have to give, and this will make our street clean. Because whenever we all have seen some persons are throwing garbage on the street or the corner of their house, so it all spoils the street, and during the rainy season we all have got the bad smell and the diseases spread out because of this only. So these all are the maintenance that municipal corporation has to done. Big cities have municipal corporation. In smaller towns it is called a municipal council. So sources of income, what are the sources of income of them? How does the municipal corporation get its money? So the education tax, water tax, property tax, these all are the taxes that are collected, and municipal corporation collect different taxes. We all know these all are the tax that shop and land, these all earn 25 to 30% from it. Their salaries are maintaining 25 to 30% from there only. So water tax, fee of registration of a birth, death and marriage, etc. These all are collected there, and they will get their salary from there only. The ward councillor and the administrative staff. What is it? So here the city is divided into different wards, and ward councillors get elected. Important decisions for city are taken by the group of councillor. We all have seen after every 5 years the elections are being held in our ward. So we all have seen one representative or 2-3 representative are stand in between from our committee, our locality only. Some persons we are knowing also, so we just all have a right to elect them. So the people within a ward can contact their councillors to get issues resolved. ward councillors meet and they make a budget, and the money is spent according to this. So whatever we all have seen in front of our house, the street is made and how it is managed, how it is going to be look like, these all are the things that ward councillors, these person are appointed to take a budget and maintain all the streets, street light, everything. Next is municipality or municipal council. It is a local governing body existing in a small towns and cities. The municipal councils are governed directly by state laws. Composition and tenure. So a municipality is elected for a term of 5 years. Most of the person here who are appointed, they are for the 5 years only. So it is varies from different places also. So here the head of the municipality is the municipal chairman. He is directly elected by the members. The tenure of the councillors in the municipal councils varies from 3 to 5 years. So what are the qualifications to become a member of municipality? So we must know about the you can say qualification or eligibility. So the one thing that is very important, the person must be a citizen of India, because here we are talking about our country. His name should be included in the voters list. He should be minimum of 25 years of age. So below 25 years the person is there, he is not eligible or she is not eligible for this position. Next is, he should not be insane, bankrupt or criminal. So these all are the things that are required for a member of the municipality. Next is functions of a municipalities. What are the function of it? So the functions of there is to supply accurate drinking water, to provide the maintain drainage and sewage system, to maintain public street light, to construct the and maintain bus terminals, road and bridges. And next is to maintain birth and death records. So these all things are the functions of municipalities. And to look into the elections of our municipalities are also their function. Next is source of income. What are their source of income? So the source of income of our municipalities are very limited. The main source of income of municipal council is octroi, a tax on the various goods bought into the city for selling. Other source of income are house tax, license fee, water supply and sewerage user charges, etc. You all can say. So next is Nagar Panchayat. We all have heard this name, Nagar Panchayat. With the increasing development in every aspect, many rural areas are slowly transforming to urban areas. We all have seen nowadays how much we have seen the villages, they are also just day by day the status, the things are improving there also. So slowly the improvement is happening in every field. Such transitional areas are not eligible for setting up a municipality but are important enough to have a self-governing body. So the Nagar Panchayat is set up in such area. The term Nagar Panchayat is 5 years. The term of Nagar Panchayat is of 5 years. Here also the working area of 5 years time period. So it takes care of development of street, health center, education, provision of water, etc. So all the things they are just having and they are just trying to improve. Next is, what is a community protest? Here the term comes a community protest. So there are many ways to express grievance against municipal bodies. Before this, we just know about that the protest. What is the word protest means? So the protest means in our word we can say you or can say dharna, okay, to oppose something. So here the people can hold peaceful protest or dharnas. Next is special courts like Lok Adalat and consumer courts can be approached for complaints. People can register their complaints online and on various government sites or write letters to newspapers. Nowadays this facility is available. Okay, so the RTI, what is this? Right to information. This act give us right to every citizen to get information about their right. So the important thing is that we must remain vigilant and at the same time cooperate with the municipal authorities to execute their duties well. So we all have to follow our duties also. If every person is going to follow their duty, all the thing will be in a proper manner. Next here the new term is plague in Surat. It is a kind of disease. Plague, a bacterial disease in rodents that can be spread to humans and other animals by infected fleas. Here you can see a picture of a fleas. This is a insect who doesn't have wings, and whenever it bites the person will be infected with the plague. This disease form a fever, high fever can be there, and itching in the body will happen, and the skin will become blackish. So here the city of Surat suffered from an outbreak of plague in the year 1994 because of many factors. So it was developing city. As a result, there was growth of slums due to migration. This led to poor hygiene condition in the area. Amount of garbage produced increased and drain overflowed. The municipal council did not bother to get the garbage collected as often as it should have, and this made the situation worse. So what is the impact of plague? Before this, we must have to know the fact file that Sikkim became the first state in India with the 100% sanitization coverage for the both urban and rural areas. In households, schools, sanitary complexes and Anganwadi complexes, according to a report of the Drinking Water and Sanitization Ministry. So the Sikkim became the first state in India. So next is here the impact of plague. The epidemic caused much panic and alarm in the city. You can say. The state and the entire country was in a great pain. Within days of the outbreak, about, you can say, 3 lakh people left Surat and all work ceased. Trains were not allowed to stop at the Surat station. Gradually, with the efforts of municipal authorities and corporation of the locality, Surat became the second cleanest city of India, and Chandigarh being the first at that time. So hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you.